Everyone, just showing you what I'm up to. I'm just doing a couple of crimp connects onto heavy gauge cable. This is more of how I'm doing it. This is probably as close as you're gonna get to the exact. This is probably the proper way of doing things. I do have access to these sorts of tools, so it does make it a lot easier for me to be able to do it. I know a lot of people can't always do it 100% perfect, right, correct way and stuff like that, and that's understandable. If I didn't have access to these tools, yeah, I probably would be crimping them in a vise or soldering them, or I've seen lots of different ways to make and crimp these joints, but I've got the tools, so I've gone ahead. I've got cable and I've got my joint, my crimp tools. So first things first, to show you this is a nifty tool. Basically makes it really easy to cut cable. It's 100% designed to cut copper and aluminium cable. So the cable I've got, it's double insulated. It's double insulated DC cable. So it's exactly what I want for my solar system. So you've got an outer sheath, which is this blue one, and an inner one, which is a white core. So if you do damage the outer sheath, you will see the white come through, and therefore you know that sheath is definitely damaged, and you need to look into it. So this is 50 millimeters squared. It's metric. It's not imperial. I'm quite happy to put a little thing in roughly what size American wiring gauge it equates to, but it doesn't actually equate to a specific size. So it's a standard size, but it's metric. So 50 mil cable. These are really easy. You sort of put it over the cable, close it down to roughly where you need it, go on where you want to cut it, and then it's just a simple ratchet. Easy peasy. 50 mil cable cut as simple as pie. So 50 mil is significantly big. It's what I need for what I have my purposes for. So I've got a nice 50 mil cable on one end, tiny little lug on the other for my cheap Chinese inverter. So another nifty thing you can do with these crimpers is use them to strip cable. Now it's actually exactly the same as you would cut cable, except you don't go all the way through. So that's the blue. Go a bit deeper. Like, how simple is that to be stripping a cable that's as easy as you can possibly do it. Now you've got your cable stripped. Now how do you get this big cable on this lug? Because it all sort of starts to fan out, and it's not easy to get that lug on. Piece of newspaper, and have to be careful. And you just wrap it around like that. Carefully put your lug on. Slide it all down, slide the lug back off the paper, under the paper. How easy is that? That's definitely the way to do it. It's the easiest way I've found to do it. do these at work. It's just a part of my job, and that's definitely the easiest way I found to do it. So put those out of the way. Crimp tool. Yeah, it's a crimp tool. Basically, these are adjustable. You can actually physically turn the die, and so it goes through all the standard metric sizes. So 6, 16, 25, 35, 10 mil, which, yeah, kind of standard, and 50, which is the one we want. So it locks into place, and you close it down. So basically, the way these joints work, it's not just a physical compression of the fitting. It's actually enough pressure to fuse the copper, to mold the copper into the size of the lug. So the idea is to put enough compressive force to force all the air out of that joint and just have a pure solid copper joint. And that is the idea of these compression fittings. That's why you need the tools. This is just a manual one. It does the job. It's not like you can get all the fancy electric ones, but this is more than adequate. This is one of the smaller ones. We do have bigger manual ones at work for like 100. So this goes up to 50. So your 95 mil joints, your 120. It's all on the bigger one. So, and then go down the crimp lug, and you compress the joint. So it does compress it a fair way. It's very, very solid, so they're not. These joints generally don't fail ever. So that's how I do my joints. Basically, I'll run through and wrap this with tape, and then I'll put heat shrink over them. So the tape and heat shrink is just physical protection. Basically, that's all it is anything wearing on it, tools, stuff like that. It's just helps cover that exposed metal. So that's how I've done my joints. Hope this helps people. It gives you an idea of what tools are available, how easy these joints are with the proper tools. They are very big, unwieldy cables, so it just makes it a little bit easier. See you guys.